Plaintiff Kyle Tompkins has 2 children with the defendant, but he claims she cheated on him multiple times. Kyle claims he was forced to call the police on the defendant because she was abusive, and he's suing her today for rent and interest. Defendant Christina Thomas insists Kyle was the abusive one, and she only cheated on him 1 time, and that was only after she found his online dating profile. Christina is countersuing for emotional distress.
All rise. This court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Greg Mathis presiding. You may now be seated.
Start with you.
Me and Christina were together for 9 years. In that 9 years, we had 2 kids. First, everything was great. She was the love of my life. She decided that she didn't know how to keep her pants on. So,
So meaning more than one?
Yes, in 2012, after my son was born, she accidentally left her email open. And I went through it and I saw everything, and there was 3 different guys that she was talking to and sending dirty pictures to and back and forth. And, of course, I just lost it. I was real upset, loved my life. We split up for about a month and a half, and we decided that we'll get back together for the sake of my son. Everything was great. We had another child. When my daughter was born, that's when things started going south again. I kind of had that gut feeling again that she was cheating. She would come home late. We both got in arguments all the time. There was good, there was bad. She was abusive.
In what way?
She would, if we got in an argument, I would try to leave, and she would hold me against the wall and won't let me leave. The cops came out. Nothing ever happened, but they had to come out. She was abusive that way, verbally.
So the infidelities you discovered were confined to those 3?
The last one was in 2016 Christmas. I found that she was speaking to a man that she's actually living with now. That's after we signed the lease and everything.
When did you all break up?
It was, we signed the lease, and then we just we both mutually went our separate ways.
That was when?
That was in 2016, December.
All right, let me hear from you.
First of all, he is absolutely lying. He was abusive to me. I was never allowed to have friends. I had 2 friends, and it was only 7.5, maybe 8 years that we were together. And then not only that.
What would he say to prevent it?
I'm sorry?
How would he prevent you from having friends?
He monitored my phone. He had an app on my phone, GPS tracker.
We both had an app.
I was not allowed to go anywhere with anyone except his mom. I cheated on him 1 time, and that was because he had a Plenty of Fish account and was already messing around. I called the police. That's why they had to come out. He would break things and then make me beg for forgiveness. He turned everything around to make me look like I'm the one who did something wrong.
You just don't come across like that.
Your Honor.
How did I abuse him?
I believe him over you, to be quite frank. I believe you had him up against that wall.
I have where she got arrested for assault on me. And that's what's in 2016.
I know. I've been around. I know who's who and what's what.
I also have those records, and I also have the dismissal for those as well.
You've been jumping on the man or not?
Your Honor, I have not.
Huh?
I have not.
What do you have there in your hand?
I have the arrest records and
Give me his arrest record.
And the dismissals.
I never got arrested, Your Honor.
She says she's handing me your arrest record. This is you!
Yes. And the dismissal.
How many pages you got there?
Domestic trespass. Simple assault.
Those were
wonder the man in
the
here
false
shaking. Simple
accusations
assault.
of him. Your Honor, he is an alcoholic.
Well, show me some records on him.
He's
Your
dating
Honor.
his brother's wife.
Your Honor,
Show me some violent records.
Your Honor, if you're with her, you would drink too. She's crazy. She is crazy.
Don't put me in it. What about these 3 men? You didn't say anything about that.
Because it's not true.
He's making that up.
Yes, he constantly, that's why I wasn't allowed to hang out with anybody but his mom.
Your Honor, one of them men were my brother,
You're sleeping with his wife.
ex-wife.
His wife. They are married. He is sleeping with his brother's wife.
She was sending pictures to my brother.
I never slept with his brother.
Y'all nasty.
Your Honor,
To each his own, but
I never slept with his
y'all ain't
brother.
gonna come out right. I'm
They
telling you
didn't
that.
sleep together.
Go ahead, what?
I never slept with his brother at all.
They sent dirty pictures together. I don't
my
know if they
God.
did or not.
Did you?
No, we didn't.
He's making that up?
Yes, all he wants is to try and win this case.
You'd want to have the record.
Because he lied.
Why did they believe him?
Your
They
Honor,
didn't.
Yes,
That's
they
why
did.
no, the cops came out to the house and they said they did not believe him, that he had to
Ma'am,
go and file
ma'am.
a restraining
They
order or
don't
whatever
charge
it was.
you. They don't dismiss something that you haven't been charged with.
Your Honor, she gator clawed me.
They don't charge you at all. They take a look. They go and question the other person
No.
or do whatever, and then they say, no charges.
No, they
no
don't.
dismissal. Because,
In-
oh, they don't?
No, he can
Okay,
go
I'm
and
sorry.
he
I
can
didn't know
go
how the
pull-
law went. Thank you for telling me that they don't do it like that. Go ahead, let's get to this. You taught me a little law. Thank you. $4,620 for unpaid rent. How does she owe you for rent?
She owes me because, like I said, she left. We signed this house together. I couldn't afford it by myself. She decided to move in with this man that I don't know with my 2 kids, and I just feel like she's got to pay it. She used that in 2017 on Labor Day weekend. I was going to get the kids, or I had the kids. She decided to come and break in the house, and she says, my name's on the lease.
No, I didn't.
She
You were
called the
supposed to
magistrate.
give me the kids back Sunday. Friday to Sunday was
Sir?
your day.
She did sign a lease.
Yes.
Let me see the lease.
And I decided not to move in, and I
Tell
told
me why.
him because he was abusive, he became an alcoholic. The night I left,
Oh, you didn't know any of that before you signed the lease?
I did, and he was supposed
Okay,
to
so
get
don't
sober.
use that as an excuse.
He
What's
was
the other
supposed
reason?
to get sober because the night I left, he grabbed our son out of my arms and put him in the car, and I had my daughter in our arms, and he tried to back up the truck and hit us.
She jumped
And then
in
he
front of the
left
truck, Your Honor.
drinking and driving.
That's not true,
And
Your
I
Honor.
called DSS, and they were looking for him.
You have that?
No, Your Honor, I do
Do
not.
you have anything about him trying to run you over with a truck?
No, Your Honor, I do not.
Okay. And you didn't?
No, she tried to jump out in front of the truck, and this is not the first
You're
time she's
backing
put-
up. How could I jump out in front of the
Or
truck?
the
And so when did you tell him what did you say to him when you said you're
I
not
told
moving
him
in?
it was not working, that I just couldn't move in with him and continue doing the abuse, him being abusive.
However, you signed a lease with the history of all those 9 years of abuse. But suddenly, for some reason, that day, you decided that you're going to use that to get out of this lease.
No. He also had our son that night and
Why did
threatened-
she decide not to stay, in your opinion?
Because she got caught. She got caught cheating again, and she knew
When?
this was.
Around that time?
Yes, it was after the lease signing.
I never cheated
Did
on
he allege after the lease signing that you were cheating? After you signed the document?
Yeah, he accused me, but
That's
he
what I'm
always
saying.
accused me.
All right. And
You're
so how did
living
that
with the
play
guy.
out?
And I
Quiet,
also-
sir. How did it play out when he accused you?
I told him it wasn't true, and I told him that I just don't think we were going to work out, and I did not want to sign the lease with him.
You had
I-
already signed it.
No, before we signed the lease, I told him I didn't want to. He had our
Sir,
son.
Did you accuse her after the lease or
No.
Yes.
We signed the lease.
Right.
We put the deposit down on the house a month prior.
Right.
Okay. We signed
Then
the
you
lease.
called her how long after?
2 days later. I
Now,
called
is
her.
that true or not?
No.
Did he accuse you 2 days after signing
He
it?
accused me constantly, before,
I'm not
after,
asking
everything.
constantly. I'm asking for a very specific time. And
Yes.
the police arrested you. They
Because he
didn't just
lied.
accuse you, they arrested you.
Because
so let's stop
he
with this back
lied.
and forth.
He went to the magistrate and got a warrant for my
And they
arrest.
believed him.
But
Why-
anybody
he
can
probably
do that.
didn't show up in court. That's probably why it was
No,
dismissed.
he was there.
What happened?
I didn't. I dismissed the case because it was hard for us to see the kids, and
I did go to
felt-
jail. I went to jail for 3 days and also
and that's how you
miscarried
got
my
out.
baby.
It's because he let you out. Your counterclaim for emotional distress, ma'am. How does he owe you?
Because of the constant abuse and this right now, him
Okay.
lying.
Okay, I don't believe that he's abused you. My evidence shows that you've been charged 3 times. He says the only reason you weren't convicted because he let you off based on the credibility and the testimony. I'm throwing your case out because I don't believe you. I'm granting you your judgment because I believe everything you've said. Have a good day.
Thank you.